How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of a road jam time in the form of two roads. Road jam. A lot of roads in that. Yeah, not dusty roads either, baby. Anyway, this is an ale brewed with raspberries and lemongrass. Yeah, I've had this at some point in my beer drinking, whatever, but I forget it. I do. I know I've had it. I don't remember when. We're going to talk about it now. What else does it say on here? Jammed with 100% real berries. So as opposed to 75% real and 25% fake berries. I kind of like blueberries. Those are fake, but anyway. Ale brewed with raspberries and lemongrass added. 5% alcohol by volume. Here's to tasting the road less traveled in life and in beer. And that'd be that. Yeah, let's crack in this sucker. See what she got. A little Phil Markowski jam in here. Definitely looked like there's berries involved in this one. Just kind of looks like a washed out hazy pink lemonade. Label wise, I'm not gonna sit here and say I love Two Roads labeling. Never been a big fan, although the Rosemary's Baby has always been one of my favorites. This one, it's kind of like old school. It feels like a brewery that came out with beer 20 years ago, which, they've been around for a long time, not necessarily as a brewer, but the brewers, so I get it. As far as that beer goes, like I said, it just kind of looks like raspberry juice, basically, at this point, just soft berry-like vibes. See if we can get a nose. I kind of like that. Ooh, burps. I kind of like that. There's a soft little, cleaner vibe to the berry. Very subtle, but it's there. But other than that, it's really, really organic. I've talked about this ad nauseum, kind of when it comes to my favorite flavors, when it comes to kind of these lower EBV kind of fruited ales, non-sour beers. And one of my favorite things is kind of that, if you ate like a raspberry, okay, and then you got a little bit of the seed and you crack in the seed, so you get that kind of mixture of that kind of tart, earthy, bitterness from the seed mixed with that little bit of tartness from the fruit itself with a little bit of sweetness from the fruit itself. That's my perfect kind of thing going on. I like that kind of mixture going on. And you kind of get that in here. It's not overly sweet, but it smells organic. It tastes organic. Sans that little bit of subtle cleaner thing, which is totally forgivable. I'm kind of just nitpicking at this point. But she smells nice. It smells like a soft berry ale. Let's put it that way. Let's dive in. Cheers. Okay, full confession. Absolutely 100% full confession. I did an unboxing on this. And I posted, the beer, the unboxing, the whole nine, like I typically do when a viewer sends me a mail. And somebody actually told me, watch out for that road jam. It's super fucking sweet. And I had that kind of floating in the back of my head. Just floating back there going, okay, you try to push it down. You try not to have preconceived notions. The whole reason I don't do any research beforehand is I don't want to know anything. But someone said, oh man, watch out. That's really sweet. And it kind of stuck in my head. This is like the exact opposite of sweet. This is dry. There's a sweetness to it, but it's more almost like rosé wine mixed with champagne, but without that kind of tart acidicness that I get. Maybe I'm calling it wrong, that I get from wine. Like, wine has this dryness to it that's separate from what I'm tasting right now, but then it has this kind of just acid base to it that just really doesn't work for me. It kind of tastes like that. It tastes like a real berry. It tastes like a rosé wine with berries added, but it doesn't get as I lack the vocabulary when it comes to wine, so it's hard for me. But that's what it tastes like. It almost tastes like a berry ale mixed with like rosé wine. That's kind of where it's coming off to me. And that, in my mind, definitely doesn't kind of speak to sweet. So it's weird because it's sprightly carbonated, like almost like again champagne. We keep leaning on that wine, champagne like, but when you actually go to swallow, done. There's nothing as far as carbonation there. So it almost drinks a little bit still. It's not sweet by any means, but it's not bitter or anything like that. It's almost like neutral to me. it's really kind of beer lacking. I mean, it has a soft carbonic acid thing, which knocks down a little bit of flavor. The berries do shine through, but in a very soft, subtle, organic way. That's very nice. But it almost tastes like a weirdly carbonated American blonde ale or American wheat ale with berries in a very... The berries are almost like they come off as a little bit kind of watered down, for lack of a better term. So yeah, I don't mind this. I like this. 5% organic. I like that little pop of carbonation in the beginning, but it also drinks kind of still, so it's super chuggable. This is something I can drink quite a few of if it was in the right environment. You know, the summertime shit, the beach, the barbecue, the golfing, all that kind of stuff, it would work. But I could see me getting bored with this beer quite quick. Because there's really, while I don't need a kind of hook to really make me love a great beer, I want something, and it just kind of misses that. Maybe that's that soft carbonic acid thing. Kind of keeps it from getting there for me. I dig it. I like it. I think it's fun, but it just lacks something to take it next level. That's pretty much it. Tastes like soft raspberry, seltzer watery, mixed with rosé wine. That's the best way I could put it. So there you go. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better fruited, low ABV fruited beers that I've had as late. I mean, it would default to that because I haven't had that many as of late, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a fine beer. I quoted, or I kind of referenced a beer when I unpacked this. Boulevard, a jam band. I mean, to me, that is more of a jammy, low ABV beer that I would take 9 times out of 10 over this beer. But if someone handed me this on the back 9, it's going down easy. Bag and availability, don't know. It's 2 Roads. I mean, chances are I can see this locally, but I haven't because I'm not a big bottle shop guy. And I'll leave you with, if you like what, will you like this? I mean, if you like soft berries, if you like drinkability, if you like seltzer, I didn't even touch on it. This is almost somewhere between like a seltzer world and a beer world. It kind of comes off that way. And I think maybe you picked up on that with the carbonation berry beer thing mixed with wine. If you like hard seltzer, but you like beer, but you want to meet somewhere in the middle, this is going to probably get right in there for you. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little road jammer right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers.